Hey everybody, welcome back to Old Man's channel one more time. Appreciate you being here. This video is going to serve two purposes. The first is to show you a farming spot in the end game so you can get to level 99. I'll explain that in a second. The second is to show you me getting the platinum trophy because I like to put these videos on my channel when I do it, especially at 70 years old. I'm proud of myself when I get a platinum trophy on the PlayStation. Of course, this is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This is a great farming spot in the end game, as I said, when you're trying to get the Survivor Trophy. And you need that in order to get the Platinum Trophy on PlayStation, although I know this works on other platforms as well, like PC and Xbox. The Survivor Trophy requires one of your characters to attain the maximum level of 99. Normally, your character you'll use for this is Maelle, because ultimately she's the strongest character in the game, but you don't have to. This particular video is designed to use her, however. Now, this video is for all the new players to the game, since it won Game of the Year and many other awards at the Game Awards show on Thursday, December 11th, 2025. There have been many patches which have included nerfs to builds, including nerfs to Pictos and Luminas in the months since this game's released. I think it's been 6 or 7 months ago, maybe longer. And anyway, most of the builds that are online here on YouTube and elsewhere were made before these patches and nerfs, so they may not work optimally. With this build I'm going to show you, you can use Maelle solo, which you have to do when fighting merchants, of course, and kill the enemies at the location I will show you in one turn with 2 moves. This is as of December 15th, 2025. Now, there are a couple of spoilers here, so turn this off now if you don't want them. Okay? This is an endgame location called Renoir's Drafts. And you reach this location once you eventually find out that there's a hidden boss named Simon. Most of the time, none of your characters will be at level 99 even after this battle, so some farming is required, unfortunately. Let's go into the game. As you can see, Renoir's Drafts. You can see I've played a few hours in this game. I'm going to show you my Maelle and her build that I'm using. This is the location. You have to go to this flag, which is called the Golden Tree. Now, once you've beaten Simon, you can come back to this flag. From pretty much anywhere in the game once you get back to Renoir's Drafts. You can fast travel to it. I think there are 2 flags, the entrance to this, and of course this one, Golden Tree. Once you're here, this is where you want to be to do the farming. Now, there's a lot of things you can do to get points in this game. You can use all your characters. You can use just one character. But I think this is one of the best spots because the merchant gives you 2 million every time you beat him and his cronies. So anyway, let's show you some stuff you might need to know here. First, let me show you Maelle, as I said earlier. I'm using Monaco, Maelle, and Ciel. Ciel, I believe, is how it's pronounced. They all have their swimsuits on. I did have his on, but he looks ridiculous with a swimsuit. You earn those by doing gestural games on the gestural beaches throughout the game. But anyway, let's go to Maelle, and I want to show you her weapon first. It's the Medallum, or Medallum. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Very important to use this weapon because it starts you in Virtuose stance. And if you've played this game for any length of time, you know that when you start in Virtuose stance, you get a 200% increase to the damage you do. And that's what you want. So each character has different abilities they have. Her particular abilities, she can change stances from offensive to defensive to virtuose. There's several. I don't have them in front of me. But anyway, the one you want is virtuose stance. Okay? So that's the first thing you want to do is you want to use Medallum and you want to level it up to the max if you can. By this point in the game, you should have plenty of materials to do that. So that should be no issue. Level it to 33, which is the ultimate level. Make sure that you respec her attributes for this weapon, which has S tier scaling and defense and A tier scaling and agility. Now, you can put all of your extra points after that into luck if you want to give her a higher critical rate or higher critical chance. I'm not sure. But I tried it, and I didn't think it made that much of a difference in this battle that I'm going to show you. So I put my extra points into might. Okay. Let's go to the skills. You really only need 2, Phantom Strike and Stendhal. Those are the only 2 you need. This one's for more than one enemy. This one's when you want to do major damage to one enemy. Okay. Next, let's look at the Pictos. Second Chance and Cheater. Second Chance, as you can see here, revive with 100% health once per battle. And that helps because I put on auto death, which gives you a buff but unfortunately it kills you. So this immediately brings you back, which is nice. The other one's Cheater. Always play twice in a row. It always gives you 2 turns, which is really nice. Now, what you need to know here is you can use those as luminous. I've unlocked every Picto in the game. I've mastered every Picto. So I can use any one of my one as luminous. But the reason I wanted these 2 over here as Pictos is because if you look at them, to use them as luminous, it takes 40 Lumina points on both of them, which would mean 80 points. And I wouldn't have, actually I probably would have just enough, but I didn't want to do that. So that's the way it goes. Now, let me show you the, I already told you the skills and the Pictos. Let me show you the Luminas that I'm using. I'm going to go ahead and put them on active so you can see. And you can just pause the video if you want to look at these and put them on yourself, or do your own thing if you want, but you can take a look at them. All these with the stars and with the kind of like gold color or green color. I'm kind of colorblind, so I'm not sure what it is. These are all on her at this point. The only 2 that aren't are Second Chance and Cheater, which of course, as I've already explained to you, are on like that one. Those are Pictos. But the rest are all on her as luminous over here, and it goes all the way down to this one. Warming Up's the very last one. Okay? And I just to show you, I'll go over here and show you. They're all here. Every single one of them are here, like I told you. All of them are here. And by this point in the game, you'll have plenty of points you can put into the Luminas. Really, all you need for this particular build is 273 points. Now, if you're early in the game or at mid-game, that seems like a lot, but trust me, you're going to get plenty of color of Luminas that'll give you points. You have no idea how many you're going to get. I've got 400 or 500 extra after using this on my characters, so that's just the way it is. Now, that's where we stand on that. Now, what you want to do is leave and go down the ramp, which is opposite this flag here. You can see the flag right here. You want to go down this ramp. Now, be aware, there's going to be 2 enemies down here. You can fight them for 1,900,000 experience points, but I don't like doing that simply because you use all your characters, and I've really set this build up just to be strong for her. So I'm going to lure them away, basically. They'll see me, they'll come charging, and then I'm going to run around them. I'm going to run up here, and I'm just going to grapple up to the roof here on top of this building. And they can't get me. They'll stand below me and throw a fit, but that's the end of it. Now, what you want to do now is, you can fight them, by the way. As I said, you can fight them if you want. It doesn't really hurt anything, but I wouldn't do it. Now, once you get up here on the roof, you can fight this guy as many times as you want without doing anything, without refilling at the flag or anything. You want to approach him. He's a gestural merchant. His name is Grower, and you want to talk to him. Now, it doesn't matter if you've talked to him previously or not. The only difference is, as you can see here, the only difference is when you push trade is that if you haven't talked to him previously, you'll have the option to fight him displayed prominently all over this menu. But if you have talked to him previously, you'll have all the menu options available like I do. And you can still fight him and farm for over 2 million experience points by simply choosing the option Fight the Merchant at the bottom of the screen. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Now, there'll be 3 characters here we have to kill. Obviously, you want to pick whatever character you want. This particular build is set for Maelle, but you can use it for whatever you want. You can use whichever character you want to. I'm going to pick her, and we're going to start the fight. So here we go. First things first.
Looking good.
Go to Skills, press Phantom Strike, and take out all the lesser enemies that are in this battle. It also damages the enemy in the middle quite a lot. All you need to do now is either you can just go up and attack it and it'll kill it, as you'll see here. And that's the end of it. 2 moves. If there's extra life at that enemy what you want to do is use Stendhal. You can see I got a Color of Lumina and a Grandiose Chroma Catalyst. Like I said, you get tons of this stuff. Now, you can go right into it and do it again. Same fight. Fight the Merchant. You start over with all your stuff refilled. You're ready to go. The only thing you don't have is life. You know, that's it. Everything else is good to go. So here we go. This should give me the Platinum Trophy after this. I should get the Survivor Trophy and then the Platinum Trophy, I believe, after this battle. So we're going to go to Skills, we're going to go Phantom Strike, and we're going to do some damage. Okay, the other enemies are gone, and we're just going to do an attack. But just for fun, for a little flash, let's do Stendhal. There we go. There's the Survivor Trophy. We'll pause for a second here. And there's the Platinum. Right there. You can see it at the very tippy top. The greatest expedition in history. Obtain all trophies. 100% progress. Now, I have not done the DLC yet, so that'll be next. But for now, this is where we are. And that's it. I hope that helps you. Any of you new players who haven't done this yet, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you next time.